Generation Squeeze. Paul, thanks for being with us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for having me.
Now, you're here because you have some pretty incredible, maybe depressing numbers, especially for younger people in British Columbia. You're releasing a new report today, but tell us, what were you looking at here?
Well, we know we're just weeks away from a provincial election formally starting, and my lab at the University of British Columbia for Generation Squeeze is concerned that all of our political parties haven't yet grappled with the degree to which the economy is not performing for young people here. And so we wanted to release this report just as parties were fine-tuning their platforms and to let citizens know, wow, BC now has the worst performing economy for younger generations of any province in Canada.
So what did you find here?
Well, we found a range of things. First, British Columbia is the province that reports the worst reduction in full-time earnings for young people. Young people make $8,000 to $10,000 less for full-time work today than some decades ago once you adjust for inflation. Our province has the worst increases in home prices, I should say. Our province has young people accumulating more personal debt faster than the national norm. Our province is having tuition go up faster, and our province is having childcare costs double tuition.
Now here we can kind of see it there visualized for us, where you see a huge spike from 2001 to 2016. What do you think is leading to that?
Well, a range of factors have transpired to increase demand for housing, and supply hasn't kept up. So that's been one of the big reasons why home prices have been leaving earnings behind. And that's not the fault of any particular party or government, but it has occurred while governments have been slow in the last 15 years to say, wait a second, maybe the rise in home prices is good for some people, but we have to recognize it's harmful for their kids and grandchildren. When earnings are left behind by home prices, this is what it means. Hard work doesn't pay off like it used to. In 2001, when the current government came to power, it only took 8 years for a young adult to save a 20% down payment on an average priced home in BC. Over their mandate, the returns on hard work to young people have fallen by 10 years. And what I mean is, like, 10 years of hard work more now needs to go into saving for a home. And that is a big deterioration in the standard of living.
And I know that as that number goes up there, that 2001 to 2016, also the personal debt levels for young British Columbians is also going up, according to your report.
Yeah, so the report finds that the current government has done better than most provinces in terms of managing provincial government debt. But while it's been keeping provincial government debt relatively flat per person, it's made policy decisions that allow personal debt to rise for young people. So, for example, for the typical person under 35, they've accumulated an extra $20,000 of personal debt over the last 15 years compared to the same age person when the BC Liberals started. And that's frightening because the typical person under 35 isn't even yet into the housing market, where they take on the biggest amounts of debts when they try to get into a home.
Why do you think we're seeing these correlations, and why is it affecting young people so much?
Well, it's affecting young people so much because we are excited about an economic growth strategy right now. And you have to give the current government credit that our province is growing faster than most, but it's growing because we've wanted real estate in particular to grow in a certain way. But about 1/5 of our economy is driven by real estate, whereas only very few people, around 3% or fewer, find employment in that sector. And when the economy is growing in a place where we're not generating lots of employment, that's when earnings fall behind. And so if you were in the home market, it wasn't such a big deal because you didn't need to buy into the market. But if you're trying to get into the housing market, when home prices leave your earnings behind, it's frightening. So not only do you have to work years more to save a down payment, you have to work months more each year to pay the mortgage off on an average priced home. And for most young adults, that's meaning, wow, I can't get into the housing market as much as I'd hoped to. And then they're still having to work an extra month per year to pay the average rent in a place that might be suitable to raise a family.
Now, considering these numbers and what you've found, I know you're not trying to say yay or nay to any political group here, but what do you think young people should demand of their elected officials?
Well, in the final weeks leading into the election, we need young people to be reaching out to their political parties and saying, hey, what are you doing in your platform to ensure that British Columbia is no longer the worst performing economy in Canada for younger generations?
All right, Paul Kershaw joining us with his report today. Paul, thank you very much for your time.
Thanks so much for having me.
All right, coming up, security.